What's up, guys? We're going to be doing a review today, but instead of doing a folder, which is what I normally do, we're going to be doing something a little different and taking a look at the second knife from the top here, this Spyderco Fred Perrin Bowie, or the FB04. I've decided to change my format of my reviews a little bit so I can get straight to the point. I'm going to put the specs in the description if you want to see it. I feel like that would make it a little more... I can just get to the point a little faster. Here you can see size comparisons with the Cold Steel SRK, the SE Azula, and the Wenger Highlander. Alright, so let's get to the knife. This knife is a really cool knife. This has been discontinued for a while, so good luck finding it. But there is sort of more of a newer one out, which is the Fred Perrin Street Beat, which is a little bit shorter, but it's a very similar knife, especially in shape. One of the things I think is more important with fixed blades than with folders is really what they're designed for. I think fixed blades have a wider variety of intended uses, and I feel like some fixed blades don't do very well in certain roles and vice versa. Whereas I think folders are more adaptable to most roles. I think the Fred Perrin's I think he's like a martial artist, a French designer, but I think he's a martial artist. So this is sort of like a martial bladecraft, MBC type blade. I can see how you can use it for self-defense. I've never tried to use it for that. But one of the good things about it are that it's very maneuverable. I think it's a good size for a self-defense blade. It's not too long, but it's not too short. In addition, it's very fast in the hand and light, but it's decently strong even though there's a full flat grind. It's a relatively thick blade stock too. In addition, the sheath for carry is also good for that sort of use. The Kydex sheath allows for quick attachment and also deployment if you need it in a defensive role. But I've never really considered defense a good reason to carry a knife. It's really superfluous. I don't know. I just don't feel like it's a good idea. Obviously this knife is good for so many other things. Food prep, the VG10 blade is great for that. Other utility tasks, like a basic camp knife. I wouldn't put this into a role like batoning. I would rather trust even something like an SRK a lot more for that because it stays so thick to the tip and it's a little bigger. But with this knife, in this stainless steel too, I feel like it's very good for just a food prep knife, a camp knife, and also a basic, not super heavy duty, but reasonable utility knife. So let's go to the blade. We got a 5-inch blade of VG10 steel. You can see a little bit, the cutting edge is a little shorter because of this sort of unsharpened portion here. And you can see Spyderco Perrin here. And you can see the blade here, very nice satin finish on the blade, just like Spyderco always does. One thing I don't like the satin finish on this blade as much though, is because if you do have a Kydex sheath on your knife, you're going to scratch your knife. And if you create a satin finish, which is very fine and very consistent, it's going to be very obvious when you have Kydex scratches. So I think a stone wash would be better for this kind of blade if you just want to hide wear a little bit. But that's not really a big issue. That's just for looks, really. I really like the blade shape. You can see here, it's that tip. It's a very beautiful blade shape. It's sort of a Bowie shape. There's good belly, so for utility, and I really like the swedge. It's really pretty, and it's very well ground. Very good fit and finish on this. The full flat grind obviously makes it very sharp and very easy to resharpen. Also helps keep the edge. I don't feel it's unreasonably weak. But you can see the tip gets pretty thin here. Nothing excessive though. This one is made in Seki City, Japan, just as most VG10 Spydercos are. Here you can see the thumb ramp. This knife is very comfortable if we go into the handle here. The handle is FRN and a Craton inlay. And it does have these pretty cool palm swells that make it very comfortable in the hand. It's very good in a saber grip. It's very good in an ice pick grip. And it's pretty good in a reverse grip too. It's really good in all grips. It's quite comfortable. The palm swells really do add to that. They sort of fill up your hand a little more. But I think if it would be uniform, it would be a little less comfortable. And I think with the FRN, it's easier to mold the handle that way. The Craton inlay does add quite a bit of grip. Craton is a a really cool handle material, I think. I do like how they did FRN and just had a craton inlay as opposed to something like the SRK, which has full craton handles. You can see here the craton is starting to wear. And I think craton does wear much faster than FRN, so I'd rather you have an inlay, so this is less likely to sort of degrade because it's not the whole handle. I do like the choice of FRN as a handle material. It helped keep the price down when this knife was still being made. Also, the knife has very good balance on this choil here. You can see, it makes it feel very light in the hand. 3.65 ounces is also a very reasonable weight for a knife this size. It's very easy to carry. Got a lanyard hole that works well too. Overall, a very ergonomic blade, very easy to use, and a great choice really for a more portable kitchen knife or something like that, or just a basic camp or utility knife, or if you need something for self-defense. Now let's take a quick look at the sheath. This one is Kydex. You can see there's a lot of attachment points right here. Right now I have a tech lock on it. I don't know too much about this molly gear and stuff, and like attachments and stuff like that. I don't know too much about that because I'm not really into that stuff. But this one is Kydex, and it does have this tech lock on it, which is very easy to take on and off, and you can mount it in a variety of positions. There's a little drainage hole here too, which that's just a little thing, but I really feel like it shows the quality of the protection. Knife fits perfectly. It's really a perfect sheath. I really like the sheath. There's a little bit of rattle. That might have come with age, but I don't really mind that. But it's very easy to take out the sheath because there's sort of this thumb portion here. You just push on it with your thumb, and the sheath just flies right off. But I don't feel like the retention in the sheath is bad. I mean, I can't really get it to come out. It's a very nice sheath. Overall, if you're looking for a basic utility fixed blade, maybe something in self-defense, something with that nice Bowie shape, I really recommend this Fred Perrin Bowie knife. The problem is they're hard to find now, and if you do, they're going to be a little expensive. They used to MSRP about $130, sell for about $100, but these days, I think these are going for like $150 plus. So at that money, I think you could probably find something that can do the same amount of work. But this is a very elegant blade, very nice, and it's a Spyderco design. One curious thing, let me just show you real quick, is that there's no Spidey hole. On the earlier fixed blades, they didn't really do that. But that's my review of the Fred Perrin Street Bowie FP04. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see y'all later. Peace.